Welcome to the Capone Family Winery. I'm Andrew Capone, your future CEO and host for today's lovely presentation on our winery and our plans on opening this winery here in the near future. Welcome and please enjoy today's presentation. So here's a little bit about me. For starters, I do have 3 degrees from the Culinary Institute of America, 2 from our Hyde Park campus, and 1 from St. Helena campus in California. I have an AOS in Culinary Arts. I have a BPS in Food Business Management, and I do have a master's degree in Wine Management. I come from a family of wine lovers and collectors. My dad's been collecting wine for 40 years, along with us making wine for many years as well. So that's all influenced everything that I do and love about wine. We have a really nice collection. I admire wine. I love tasting wine and enjoying wine with friends and family and honestly whoever. I really live, breathe, and dream wine. There's so much wine in the world, and it's all so unique, and I absolutely love it. And it's just so cool for me to be able to share that with others, and now to be able to put my name on a wine label. I find that insanely cool, and I'm so excited to be able to share that with the world. Something I'm proud of, something I'm willing to put my name on and say that this is good wine, people. That it's going to be a fun adventure, and I'm really looking forward to it. If I'm being completely honest, I do have a background in hospitality. I worked front of house. I worked back of house. I do have much experience in restaurants. That's my main thing, along with obviously management and HR experience as well. Running a staff, running a team, creating wine lists, organizing inventory. I've done all of that before as well. So I do have a background that should help me greatly in this endeavor. And how are we different? Well, we obviously offer many unique products. We offer very unique wines. We're doing 4 wines at launch, Merlot and Cabernet and Rosé of each, along with a dessert wine of each. We want to be a national contender, basically the Robert Mondavi of Pennsylvania. And we also want to offer better wages. Minimum wage in Pennsylvania is $7.25 an hour, which you just can't live on. No one can live on that. And our consumers are going to come first. Making money is going to come second. There's no excuses for that. The consumer is most important. Money, yeah, we need money. We need money to be sustainable. But unfortunately, that's not necessarily plausible entirely. So, yeah, that's pretty much how we're going to be different. We're going to stand out by offering better wages and making Pennsylvania a national contender in the wine market, just like California, Oregon, Washington, New York, you name it. And I'm really proud of this vision. We're going to be offering $14 an hour wages, not the 7. We want our consumers to be able to make a living, and that's really our goal. And that's going to lead into our business canvas model here, and one of our value propositions being ethical business model. We really are going to take care of our staff. We're going to run an ethical business. We're going to have great hospitality, great wine, and everyone will be treated like family. So our key partners, obviously, Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board, or the PLCB, our label designer, because we really do put a lot of time into our label. We want our bottle to be easily recognized in every single Pennsylvania store, no matter what. Someone should be able to walk into any store that it's sold and know it's us. What do? We grow grapes. Making wine starts in the vineyard. And in order to do that, we need to grow the best possible grapes. We need to work with our distributor or the PLCB. So distribution within Pennsylvania. They're the only distributor. We need to work with them. There's no excuses for that. And then, of course, we got to work with investors. It's easier than taking a loan. It's better than taking a loan. And if we can offer investors 10% share in our business with where they have no say on future endeavors and they're okay with that, I'm perfectly fine as long as we can show them why our business model is worth investing in, so we can continue expanding, plant more grapes, make more wine, become the national Pennsylvania winery. We're going to be doing 40% profit on all of our wine, 10% discount on case purchases, free tasting for club members, and also $15 tasting fee for non-members, which I feel is very fair for 4 wines. Um, 3/4 ounce each, and 40% profit is exactly where we want to be. So Lehigh Valley has a population of 844,000 people, which is pretty big. We're less than an hour from the edge of Philadelphia, and then we also have a really good access to Harrisburg, Maryland, Jersey, Northern Pennsylvania, and New York is less than 2 hours away. So for us, we're in a very, very good area for tourism. There's not a ton around, but mostly farmland, but there is still enough that we can really be in a great, great area. It's very picturesque. 40% net profit on all wines, like I said, and pricing of all of our bottles are going to be between $14 and $25. Our main competitors are Clover Hill Winery, the oldest winery in Pennsylvania, and also the biggest in terms of production. Caramore, which is 100% estate-grown wines, along with being all vinifera, just like us. They're going to be our biggest competitor. And Galen Glen is huge because they're actually the most awarded winery in Pennsylvania, an hour and a half south. They do a great job. They honestly make a lot of amazing wine as well. And so it's going to be tough to compete with them. But you know what? I think we can do it. If we can make better wine than each of these 3 wineries together and sell it for a price point that works with them, then we're going to be the best, no doubt about it. So my team, obviously we have a winemaker, and I'm going to be assisting with winemaking as well. We do have a vineyard manager, but of course I'm going to be getting my hands dirty, pruning vines, doing whatever is necessary in the vineyard as well. We are going to have tasting room associates. They're going to be very knowledgeable people, selling our wine, promoting our wine, and making sure our customers are treated like family, work in that hospitality angle. We do have obviously vineyard workers, and we're also going to have our investors and our PR and marketing team. This is going to be how we're going to be able to make our brand national. We're going to be able to take this winery national and sell our wines across the entire United States. My team is very important to me. They mean a lot to me. I really want them to be treated like family. I want them to feel like they enjoy working here just as much as I enjoy having them work here. And it's easier said than done, but if you treat them well, then they will stay. And that's just a huge thing that I learned out in Napa Valley. So our timeline, we're going to be doing a 6-month from today. April 28th is going to be the hopefully pick of the first harvest. We're going to see pretty much how the grapes are. If they're ready, we're going to pick it. If we need to wait a week, 2 weeks, we'll do that. We'll adjust. Normally, harvest in Pennsylvania is toward the latter end of September. In 7 months, we want to plant new vines, 20 acres for expansion, so that way they have time to start maturing in the fall. In 8 months, we're going to have our aging facility bottling facility ready for operation. That includes making sure it's up to date through code and Pennsylvania code, and we're fully licensed to now make wine. In 10 months, we're going to bottle our rosé wine. This is going to be huge. This is going to be our first bottling and also our first release, whether it be through the tasting room and through the PLCB. In 18 months, we're going to bottle our first red wines. In 30 months, we're going to release those first red wines. I want to give it a little bit of time to mellow out in the bottles, so 2.5 years, which is huge for us. We're not going to be making any money, you got to think about that. But we are going to release our first wines to the market at that point. Our first red wines to the market, excuse me, and as well as to the PLCB. And at 29 months, we will open our tasting room, so that way we can start pouring wines at that point. So you can see here our P&M Capone family wines. That was in one of our Brunello labels from an older wine that we made that will not be made anymore, obviously, at our winery. But you can see our facilities, you can see our barrel aging room and our tasting room, along with a picturesque view from the front porch of our 90-acre property. It's a gorgeous winery. There is a beautiful farmhouse on property. We want to eventually host weddings, and one thing to do is have the beautiful picturesque farmhouse as pretty much the wedding guest house. But we're really excited. We have obviously gorgeous logos, really noticeable. Everyone's going to know the C means business and the C means us. You can see our Brunello, which is an absolutely phenomenal wine in my opinion. And it may lead to us planting some Sangiovese in the future. We will see. But our barrel aging room and our stainless steel tanks are all ready to go. So a call to action. Pennsylvania has a national future and they deserve support. The knowledge and quality are there. There has been a lack of support in the past from the state of Pennsylvania. They don't care about the wine industry, and that has been noted. But there is a bright future ahead, and we are going to be the forefront. We are going to be the start of that. And this is really important. This means a lot to me. I grew up in Pennsylvania. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I really, really care about the state. And so the only way to really make it work is to do it myself. I can't rely on someone else to be the voice of Pennsylvania. So I'm going to make it work. I want to change the lack of support. I want to change those shitty laws. Excuse me. They really are, though. Ask anyone who works for the PLCB, and they even admit the laws are bad, and they need to be updated. They haven't been updated since Prohibition. So buy Pennsylvania wine.